people, welcome back to another Game of Thrones reaction video. This one is episode 3 and it's called The Queen's Justice. We know the Queen is Cersei. We know that justice to somebody like Cersei is probably not what other people would call justice. It would be more like torturous revenge. So Ellaria and one of her daughters have been captured. The other two daughters were killed. And I'm guessing that Euron will present Ellaria to Cersei as the priceless gift. And Cersei will do with them what she will. What that will entail, we'll have to find out. I understand that she's going to do what she's going to do because Ellaria murdered Myrcella, and Myrcella was pretty much like Tommen, completely innocent. How they had the Lannister name, I don't know, because them and Tyrion just don't deserve the bad name that the Lannisters get. Jaime as well, kind of now. Cersei, she definitely deserves the Lannister name. But yes, Myrcella was innocent, so I understand where Cersei will be coming from. But let's just see what's going to happen.
And Sansa, I hear she's alive and well.
She is.
Does she miss me terribly?
Not so much.
A sham marriage, and unconsummated.
I didn't ask.
Well, it was. Wasn't. Anyway. She's much smarter than she lets on.
She's starting to let on.
Good.
At some point, I want to hear how a Night's Watch recruit became king in the North.
As long as you tell me how a Lannister became hand to Daenerys Targaryen.
Long and bloody tale. To be honest, I was drunk for most of it.
He was, that's true.
My bannermen think I'm a fool for coming in.
Of course they do. If I was your hand, I would have advised against it. General rule of thumb. Stark men don't fare well when they travel south.
True. But I'm not a Stark.
You are. And you're not. Well, you're half and half. Yeah, that's a dragon.
I'd say you get used to them. But you never really do.
That's 2 dragons.
The mother's waiting for you.
3 dragons.
You stand in the presence of Daenerys Stormborn of House Targaryen, rightful heir to the Iron Throne, rightful queen of the Andals and the First Men, protector of the 7 Kingdoms, the mother of dragons, the Khaleesi of the Great Grass Sea, the Unburnt, the breaker of chains.
This is Jon Snow.
That's pretty much it.
You're right. You're not guilty of your father's crimes. And I'm not beholden to my ancestors' vows.
Then why are you here?
Because I need your help, and you need mine.
Did you see 3 dragons flying overhead when you arrived?
I did.
And did you see the Dothraki? All of whom have sworn to kill for me.
They're hard to miss.
But still, I need your help.
Not to defeat Cersei. You could storm King's Landing tomorrow and the city would fall. Hell, we almost took it and we didn't even have dragons.
Almost.
But you haven't stormed King's Landing. Why not? The only reason I can see is you don't want to kill thousands of innocent people. It's the fastest way to win the war, but you won't do it. Which means, at the very least, you're better than Cersei.
Still, that doesn't explain why I need your help.
Because right now, you and I and Cersei and everyone else, we're children playing at a game screaming that the rules aren't fair.
You told me you liked this man.
I do.
In the time since he's met me, he's refused to call me queen, he's refused to bow, and now he's calling me a child.
I believe he's calling all of us children.
Figure of speech.
Your Grace, everyone you know will die before winter's over if we don't defeat the enemy to the north.
As far as I can see, you are the enemy to the north.
I'm not your enemy. The dead are the enemy.
I want you to know I understand. Even though we're enemies, you and I understand the fury that drives you. I was there that day when Sir Gregor crushed your lover's head. I close my eyes. I can hear the sound of Oberyn's skull break, the sound of your scream. I never heard a sound like that. I thought that's true love. Oberyn looked beautiful that day, he really did. No one moved like him. No one had such skill with a spear. Even Sir Gregor couldn't stop him.
Mm-hmm.
If only he hadn't taunted him.
Mm-hmm.
He could have walked away and left poor Sir Gregor to die.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't your lover's way, was it?
Mm-mm.
Now he's buried somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
When my daughter was taken from me, my only daughter. Well, you can't imagine how that feels unless you've lost a child. She was mine. And you took her from me. Why did you do that?
Okay, why, what?
Mama!
Is she poisoned?
Qyburn, he's the cleverest man I know. Clever enough to learn what poison you used to murder Myrcella. The long goodbye, was that it?
The long farewell.
That's the one. How long does the poison take?
Difficult to say. Hours, days. It depends on the subject's constitution.
But death is certain.
Oh, yes, Your Grace. Quite certain.
Lady Sansa, at the gate.
What? It's Bran! Hello! He's just so emotional.
Hello, Sansa.
Where are they? Where are the rest of the Lannisters?
How will you do it? With that sword? That was Joffrey's sword, wasn't it? Not that he ever used it. What did he call it?
Widow's Wail.
He really was a cunt, wasn't he? I did unspeakable things to protect my family.
I think we're done here.
How will it happen?
Cersei had several ideas. Whipping you through the streets and beheading you in front of the Red Keep. Flaying you alive and hanging you from the walls of King's Landing. I talked her out of those.
Not thirsty.
Will there be pain?
No, I made sure of that.
That's good.
Whoa! Whoa!
I'd hate to die like your son. Up my neck.
Oh shit.
Foam and bile spilling from my mouth. Eyes blood red. Skin purple. Must have been horrible for you, as a king's guard, as a father. It was horrible enough for me. A shocking scene. Not at all what I intended.
I knew it. I knew she was going
You
to tell him.
see, I'd never seen the poison work before. Tell Cersei.
Yes, please do.
I wanted to know it was me.
I'm sorry, I do really like you. Oh. Wow. That ending. I'm so glad that she told him and they'll finally know. Not only was it Elena that did it, but that it wasn't Tyrion. I don't think Jaime ever believed that it was Tyrion, but Cersei definitely believed it was. But it wasn't. Oh, I really wish... I mean, we haven't seen it, and maybe she's not really dead. I don't know. I really wish she isn't, but she probably is. So yeah, I will see you in the next episode next week. Episode 4. We're nearly at the end.